Hello, everyone. Today's story is about a girl who felt lost in her own life. Every morning, she woke up tired, not because her body was weak, but because her heart felt empty. She did not know what she wanted anymore. She had dreams before, but slowly, those dreams disappeared. Day after day, she lost motivation, lost confidence, lost herself. Until one day, something small happened that changed the way she saw her life forever. This is the story of a girl who stopped asking, "What do people want from me?" and finally started asking, "Who am I?" Now, let's begin. Her name was Sophia. Sophia was 22 years old. She lived in a busy city, full of noise and people. Every morning, she woke up early, went to university, came home, and repeated the same routine again. But inside, she felt nothing. No excitement, no motivation, no happiness. Sometimes, she looked at other people online. People traveling, people smiling, people achieving big goals. And every time she saw them, she asked herself quietly, "Why does everyone look happy except me?" Sophia used to have dreams. She wanted to become confident, creative, successful. But now, she only felt tired all the time. At night, she stayed in bed scrolling on her phone for hours, watching other people live their lives, while she felt stuck in her own. And slowly, she started believing something dangerous. Maybe I'm just not special. One afternoon, Sophia sat alone in a cafe near her university. Rain fell softly outside the window. Students laughed together nearby, but Sophia stayed quiet. She looked at her reflection in the glass window, and honestly, she did not recognize herself anymore. When did she become so empty, so unmotivated, so lost? She remembered being younger. Back then, she laughed more, dreamed more, believed in herself more. But now, everything felt gray. One of her friends suddenly asked, "Sophia, what do you want to do after graduation?" Sophia froze for a second. Because she did not know, everyone around her seemed confident. Doctors, designers, business plans, big goals, big dreams. But Sophia only smiled awkwardly and said, "I'm not sure yet." That night, she cried quietly in her room. Not because something terrible happened, but because she felt completely lost. And sometimes, feeling lost is one of the loneliest feelings in the world. One night, Sophia could not sleep. The city outside her apartment was still full of light and noise. Cars moved slowly below her window. People laughed somewhere far away, but inside her room, everything felt silent, heavy, lonely. Sophia sat on the floor quietly, with her knees close to her chest. Her phone screen glowed in the dark. Again, she scrolled through social media. Perfect lives, perfect smiles, perfect success. And slowly, she started comparing herself again. She is more beautiful than me. He is more successful than me. Everyone is moving forward except me. The more she looked, the worse she felt. Her chest felt tight. Her heart felt tired. Then, suddenly, she turned off her phone. The room became dark and quiet again. And for the first time in a long time, Sophia asked herself honestly, "What happened to me?" Tears slowly rolled down her face. Not loud crying, just quiet tears. The kind of tears that come from feeling lost for too long. Because deep inside, Sophia was exhausted. Not physically, emotionally. She was tired of pretending she was okay. tired of smiling when she felt empty, tired of waking up every morning without purpose. That night, Sophia looked at herself in the mirror again. Her eyes looked tired, sad, lost, and softly, almost like a whisper, she said, "I don't know who I am anymore." The next morning, Sophia went to university as usual. Same classroom, same people, same empty feeling. But during lunch break, something unexpected happened. Her old teacher, Emma, saw Sophia sitting alone outside. Emma was one of the kindest teachers Sophia had ever met. She sat beside her quietly and smiled. "You look tired," Emma said softly. Sophia forced a small smile. "I'm okay." But Emma looked at her carefully. Then she said something simple. "You don't have to pretend with me." Those words immediately broke something inside Sophia. For a few seconds, she tried to stay strong, but then tears slowly filled her eyes again. "I don't know what's wrong with me," Sophia whispered. "I feel lost all the time." Emma listened quietly. No judgment, no interruption, just listening. Then she asked gently, "When was the last time you did something for yourself?" Sophia looked confused. "What do you mean?" Emma smiled softly. "I think you spend too much time trying to become what other people want. But maybe you forgot to discover who you are." Those words stayed in Sophia's mind for the rest of the day because, honestly, Emma was right. Sophia spent years comparing herself to others, trying to look successful, trying to look perfect, trying to fit into everyone's expectations. But she never stopped to ask herself what truly made her happy. And maybe that was why she felt so empty inside. That evening, Sophia did something different. Instead of scrolling on her phone for hours, she opened an old notebook, a notebook she had not touched for years. Inside were old dreams, old thoughts, old drawings, old goals. She slowly turned the pages, and little by little, she remembered the girl she used to be. A girl who loved writing stories. A girl who loved music and art. A girl who once dreamed of helping people. Sophia smiled sadly, because somewhere along the way, she lost that version of herself. That night, she wrote one simple sentence at the top of a new page. "I want to find myself again." It was not a big goal, not a dramatic life change, just one honest sentence. And strangely, it felt comforting. The next day, Sophia started doing small things differently. She woke up earlier. She walked outside without headphones, just to listen to the world around her. She spent less time online. She started reading again, writing again, thinking again. The changes were small, very small, but slowly, her heart felt lighter, not perfect, not completely healed, but lighter. And sometimes, small steps are the beginning of big emotional changes. Weeks passed slowly. Sophia still had difficult days. Some mornings, she still felt tired and unmotivated. Some nights, she still compared herself to others. But now, something was different. She no longer hated herself for struggling. Instead of saying, "I'm useless," she started saying, "I'm still learning." Instead of saying, "My life is behind everyone else," she started saying, "My journey is different." Those small changes in thinking started changing her heart too. One evening, Sophia sat in a small park alone, watching the sunset. The sky looked warm and beautiful. Orange light covered the city slowly, and for the first time in many months, Sophia felt peaceful, not because her life became perfect, but because she finally stopped fighting herself. She finally understood something important. You do not need to become someone else. To have value, you do not need to move as fast as everyone else. And you do not need a perfect life to deserve happiness. At that moment, Sophia smiled softly to herself. A real smile. Small, but real. One afternoon, Emma invited Sophia to help at a small community event for children. At first, Sophia felt nervous. What if I'm not good enough? She asked. Emma smiled gently. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. So Sophia agreed. That day changed something inside her. The children laughed loudly. They asked silly questions. They smiled so easily. And while helping them draw and read stories, Sophia forgot her sadness for a while. For the first time in a long time, she felt useful, needed, alive. One little girl suddenly hugged Sophia and said happily, "You're really kind." Those simple words touched Sophia deeply because for so long, she believed she had nothing special inside her. But maybe kindness was special too. That evening, while walking home under the city lights, Sophia realized something important. Purpose does not always appear suddenly. Sometimes, you discover it slowly through small moments, through helping others, through reconnecting with yourself, through learning who you truly are. Months later, Sophia's life looked different. Not perfect, not magical, but healthier, brighter, more peaceful. She still had fears sometimes, still had difficult days. But now, she understood herself better. She no longer lived only to impress others. She no longer measured her value through social media or comparisons. Instead, she focused on becoming someone she herself could be proud of. One night, Sophia sat near her apartment window again. The same city lights shined outside. The same noise filled the streets. But inside her heart, everything felt different now. Because this time, she was not asking, "Why am I not enough?" Instead, she finally smiled softly and asked, "Who do I want to become?" And for the first time, that question no longer scared her. Because now, she understood something beautiful. Finding yourself does not happen in one day. It happens slowly, through pain, through growth, through healing, through choosing yourself again and again. And maybe that journey is one of the most important journeys in life. So, this is Sophia's story, a girl who felt lost, unmotivated, empty, a girl who spent too much time trying to become what everyone else expected, until one day she finally started listening to her own heart again. And maybe you feel like Sophia too. Maybe you feel tired lately. Maybe you feel lost in life. Maybe you compare yourself to everyone around you. But please remember this. You are not behind in life. You are not useless. And you do not need to have everything figured out right now. Sometimes, life is not about finding success immediately. Sometimes, life is about slowly learning who you truly are. So take your time, heal slowly, grow slowly, and never forget this. Your value does not disappear just because you feel lost right now. One day, you will look back and realize something beautiful. You were becoming stronger the entire time. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in the next story.